Every May, something unusual happens to the hotels along the French Riviera. Weeks before the first film screens at Cannes, the rooms are already gone. Rates that would be considered high during peak summer become benchmarks for the festival period. And the teams inside those hotels shift into an operational mode that most hospitality training simply does not prepare you for. The Cannes Film Festival is one of the most important events in global entertainment. But for hospitality professionals, it is something else entirely. It is one of the most concentrated case studies in how luxury operations, demand management, and high-profile guest service all collide at once, and what that collision actually demands from the people on the floor. The Croisette is a short stretch of coastline. The hotels that line it, the Martinez, the Carlton Intercontinental, the Grand Hyatt, become the infrastructure of the event itself. Every available space, public and private, gets activated. Screenings happen in hotel ballrooms. Press junkets run back-to-back in suites. Brand partners take over terraces. Private dinners for celebrity guests and studio executives run simultaneously across multiple restaurants. According to STR's European benchmarking data, major entertainment events produce the highest average daily rate spikes of any demand driver in their markets. Cannes sits at the extreme end of that data. For revenue managers, that means pricing decisions with almost no margin for error. For front office teams, it means a guest profile that shifts entirely. Industry executives, international press, award season talent, and brand representatives, each arriving with specific and often competing priorities. The gap between standard luxury operations and festival operations is significant. In a standard luxury hotel week, departments can absorb variation. A difficult guest, a delayed delivery, a staffing gap. These are manageable. During Cannes, every department is under simultaneous maximum pressure, and there is almost no space to absorb anything. For concierge and front office teams, discretion becomes as important as efficiency. The guest in front of you may be internationally known. The conversation happening at the next table may be a deal worth millions. The ability to manage those situations without visible friction, to be present without being intrusive, to resolve problems before guests name them, is a skill that takes years to develop. For food and beverage teams, the challenge is scale and precision at the same time. Extended hours, bespoke menus changing daily, simultaneous service across restaurants, terraces, private dining rooms, and external catering setups. When every table is full and every guest is photographed, the margin for error does not just shrink, it disappears. The relationship between entertainment and hospitality does not begin and end at Cannes. Films and television series set in hotels, resorts, and restaurants have a measurable and documented effect on where people choose to travel and what they expect when they arrive. Over 40% of travelers now say that content they have watched directly influences their destination choices, according to Booking.com's 2024 Travel Insights report. White Lotus Season 2 in Sicily drove a sharp increase in luxury travel inquiries to the region almost immediately after release. Bridgerton filming locations across England and Scotland saw visitor numbers rise significantly. Lost in Translation changed how a generation of travelers thought about Tokyo's luxury hotel scene. Hotels do not just appear in these productions. They function as characters. Their architecture, their service culture, and the way they are lit and framed on screen all become part of how audiences understand what luxury looks and feels like. When guests arrive having seen a property on screen, their expectations are already formed. That means hospitality professionals are increasingly working within a context shaped by entertainment, and understanding that context is a genuine career advantage. Cannes is useful precisely because it makes all of this visible at once. Major event demand, high-profile guest management, media exposure, brand positioning, the full intersection of film and hospitality, compressed into 10 days. For professionals who understand how these dynamics work together, it is a training ground, and one of the most instructive ones the industry has. At Hospitality Academy, we prepare students to understand and operate within exactly these environments, combining academic study with real professional experience in the hospitality markets that matter. Link in the description to read the full article and to find out more about our program.